Welcome to today's personal development lesson. I hope you really like the title of this one because I'm trying to figure out, did you give up yet? Go ahead and put a hand emoji, like raise your hand, if this is the hard time of year for you, because statistically, this week, right now, this third week in January, is when almost everyone gives up on what you would consider to be their New Year's resolution. This is the time when everybody that committed to doing something uncommits. So the question is did you give up yet? I'm guessing no, because you're a champion and you're here this morning and you're looking for ways to push through the remaining months and weeks and days of this year. So I'm going to help you do that today. The first thing that we need to do is we need to start getting everything lined up. So we need to line everything up to continue to push through this week when everyone else around us is falling like flies. Let's see. So we got people giving up. We've got people talking about giving up. You got people showing up to the gym that are committed and then noticing that you can get on your favorite machine because that person that doesn't know how to use it isn't there anymore. So you're that person. But how do you help those around you become that stick to it person? So today we're going to talk about how you can stick to it, what you can do to stick to it, but not only that, how you can help others stick to their goals and their commitments. So the first thing you need to do is you need to have a compelling future to run towards. See, if you don't have something to look forward to going to, you're less likely to stick to what it is you designed and said you were going to stay to. Because when you run into the inevitable bump, that thing that gets in the way, that hindrance, you are more likely to give up if you don't have something compelling that you're running towards. So today, take some time to develop and understand what you're running towards. Conversely, we talk about, what are you running from? Stephanie and I, obviously, when we were getting started, we were running from the fact that we were standing in food lines and that we filed for bankruptcy and that we were losing everything because of the economic downturn. We decided that we were running from that. But you can only get so far away from that before thinking and running from negativity slows you down. So you have to have something positive, something exciting, a great future ahead of you that you are running towards, and that will draw you further than running away from something. Now, the next step is, do you know what you really want and why? We talk about it starts with why. The thing that you have is you've got your goal, you've got your compelling future, you've got that thing out there. But do you know what you really want? Is that the thing that is really going to compel you to do the things when things get hard? So if it is the thing that you want, now you have to figure out why it is that you want it. Why is it that you're going to get up in the morning? Why is it that you are going to be determined, persistent, and consistent to do that? That is the thing that you will lean on. It is the fuel that drives you towards your compelling future. So when you know what it is you want and you have it clearly defined, and then you know why it is that you want that. And we say, go down 7 levels deep in your asking of your question of why you want it, to uncover the true actual reason that will keep you motivated, that will keep you inspired, that will keep you engaged with going down your path. So now that you've got a compelling future, you know what you want, what you truly want, and why you truly want it. Who do you have to become to make that happen? See, you can mentally jump to the future anytime that you come to something and go, what would the future me, the successful me, the person that's got the thing in the future that I'm looking for, what would they do to solve this? What kind of mindset would they have to get past this stumbling block that I'm at? Who do you have to become to make it happen? Think about that person. What do they think? What do they say? What do they do every morning? What are the habits that they have in place? Write those things down and then use that as a game plan for what you are going to do. That is your outline. That is your things that you're going to do to become that person that deserves that compelling future. See, sometimes we don't have the things that we want because we're not the person that can actually have those things. So take some time to figure out what you need to do and who you need to become in order to make those things happen. The second part of that is the what do you need to do to make these things happen? So you figured out what it is you're going towards, your compelling future. You figured out what you truly want. You figured out why you want it. You figured out who you have to become in order to achieve it. And then you have to create the action plan, the steps. What are the things that you are going to do daily to accomplish it? Not what are you going to do every once in a while, because every once in a while will cause you to get stumbling blocks more often. Why? Because your difference between where you're trying to get and the work you're willing to put in it is a gap. And if they don't match up, if what you want and the work that you're doing isn't getting you there, there's this gap in the middle, and that's called the frustration gap. And that's what causes people to quit most often, because they have this goal, but they're actually not doing the work that takes to get to the goal. So they're always right here in that middle gap, never getting over the hump to get to what they're doing. So today, create that action plan and then take massive daily action on it. Because when you take the massive daily action, it gets you so much closer, so much faster, and you just plow right through that frustration gap. And then finally, what do you have to do? You have to surround yourself with people that are encouraging you, that are holding you accountable, and that are pushing you towards your goals and dreams, not dragging you back to where you used to be and what you're trying to get away from. So when you've got a compelling future and you start stepping out of line to get down that path, everybody that's in that line of mediocrity is going to want to bring you back. Your true haters are going to come out anytime you try to do something different, because they don't want to step out line. So you shouldn't step out of line either. So you have to find people that have gone over on a different path and surround yourself with them. They will be encouraging. They will build you up. They will pull you closer, and they will keep you accountable to staying on the path that you're going. So look for coaches, look for mentors, look for teammates, all going in the same direction that they're going, in the same direction that you're going, so that you can go on this journey together. Because we talk about it all the time. A person that's going in one direction is going alone and won't get too far. You can get there fast, but you won't go far. When you bring other people with you along the journey, that solidifies the journey that you're going on, because you're going together. You can have conversations, you can build each other up. And before you know it, you will be at your destination. And then you will start planning on another trip to another destination, because a group will go so much further than a person who goes alone. So now that we know that we have a compelling future to run towards, we know what we really want, why we want it. We know that we need to become somebody different in order to make those things happen. We know that we have to do daily actions in order to get there, and that we want to surround ourselves with coaches and mentors and teammates that build us along the way. So what do we have to do? We have to figure out what it is we need to avoid. See, we know that things are going to come up, and our mindset is going to derail us sometimes, because that's the way that we're wired. We're wired to stay in the herd, not go separate from it. So you have to think about this. Tell yourself, what has prevented me in the past from hitting my goal? And it's a couple things. So once you identify these things, you actually have the ability to create a plan to get through them. Number one is fear. Fear is the number one reason why people quit, why they don't start, why they give up, because they have a fear of what's on the other side. The successful person, like I said in our team training last night, is the person that does it afraid. See, just because you're afraid doesn't mean that you can just quit. You need to have the resiliency to be afraid and do it anyway. The next part is mindset, your limiting beliefs. Something happened in the past that has caused you to think that you're not worthy of the compelling future that you have. You have to tell yourself that that was the past you, not the you that you are becoming. The you that you are becoming is totally worthy, totally deserves it, and is the type of person that works hard to get it. It doesn't matter what you were in the past, because what you are going to be next is what you are going to be. Also, there are emotional blocks. Sometimes things have happened to you in the past. Somebody has said something over you, something happened to you that has caused an emotional block. So sometimes take a look and see if there's an underlying emotion that's tied to that belief that you have to break. And when you have a coach or a mentor, you can talk through it with them to figure out what that is. And then all of a sudden, when the light bulb goes off, that aha moment happens, then you're able to break free of that, and you can change it by creating different affirmations to help your mindset jump over those emotions and create different emotions. Sometimes it's a bad habit. We talked about that through the whole first part of the beginning of this year, is that habits create your destiny. So not only do you have to create new habits, you have to replace the bad habits that have been instilled in you in the past with new good habits going forward. That's the part of you need to figure out why and how to do it. So when you figure out the how to do it, you create those habits to support your activity. And when those habits take place, now all of a sudden people look and go, oh man, they're so disciplined. No, you created the habit of doing it so that it becomes automatic for you. And then the last thing is you need to develop the skills. Guys, this is so important, because if you don't develop the skills, it will come and it will go. That is how success is sustained, because of the fact that not only did you have the drive, the skills to get there, you had and learned along the way. There was that quote that said, growth isn't the end. It's who you become and what you learn along the way that is actually the bonus of growing. So you're doing that by coming in here week after week, day after day, getting the positive quotes, getting the quick 15, 20-minute training on how to become better, how to learn, how to develop those skills. So when you're taking on a new challenge, are you developing the skills to stay and maintain consistency in what it is? So guys, to recap, you need to have a compelling future to run towards. You really need to know what you want, truly what you want, and truly why you want it. You have to become the person that it is needed to be to have those things. You have to make sure that you set massive daily actions in order to accomplish it. You need to surround yourself with coaches, mentors, and teammates that will bring you along the way and keep you accountable. You have to look fear in the face and do it anyways. You need to challenge your limiting beliefs and change them. You need to make sure that you know all of the emotional blocks that have been placed into your life and move past them with positive reinforced emotions. You need to set those great habits and replace the bad habits with the new good habits. And you need to develop the skills to sustain your success. Guys, I hope this helped. Make sure that you tag and you share it with somebody on your team. Go out and make it an amazing day. And I hope your day is as awesome as you are.